Yeah, well, that brings me to one of the reasons we're here today, because just a kilometre from here yesterday was one of the most astonishing things I've ever seen in London.
Yeah.
And that is the march of about 100,000 people. A lot of them were chanting for the extermination of Jewish people. Now, you call yourself a Zionist.
I'm a Zionist.
Yeah. Now, Miriam, one of the things I noticed about the march yesterday was that it wasn't very funny. Now,
no, they don't have a great sense of humour.
They don't, do they?
I think I'm not surprised by it, because they've been doing the same thing for like 25 years. So I'm
going to say 1400.
And I'm not like one of those people that goes, I can't believe everybody hates me, because I think that Jews have been around for thousands of years, and various ideas about us surface. I think that that's very scary, though, and I would want to keep away from that, obviously.
Well, that's the point. I mean, it's become, I've mentioned this earlier in my show, that it's understood now that Jewish people need to stay away from these Palestinian rallies.
Well, we need to stay away from everything, apparently. Like, we're not even allowed to exist. Because if I go to synagogue or a kosher shop, or I take my kids to a cheder and I get blown up, apparently it's my fault.
Yes. Well, that's not very... well, you
Just
are asking
existing.
for it. You are asking for it. But that's
you're asking for it. You want it, you Jews.
That's right.
I feel like really deep down it's about morality, and it's about, the whole conflict there is about, it's existential. It's about two different faiths. Because we had a lot of conflicts with Christianity for a long time. We're like the old car.
You did kill
I feel
Jesus.
like we're like, yeah, exactly. They said we killed your God, which meant that we got massacred a lot. It's quite dark, really. I mean, I can't go into it in three sentences, but I'm quite open to like dialogue with anyone, actually.
Well, that's what comedy's about. A comedy should open up or enable differences to be forgotten, because we can all find things funny as long as we've got a sense of humour.
As long as we've got a sense of humour. But it seems, I mean, my father, he comes from the Arab world, so I have quite a weird... Like, my dad was born in Lebanon, you know, he grew up in Beirut, my grandfather was Syrian, so I have a very strong influence of Arab culture, but also Ashkenazi Jewish culture. So, what am I trying to say? I don't see anything as a cultural thing or a land thing.
Right.
I see it as like it's about the Godhead, or the kind of deeper, what your whole thing, you know, the faith aspect of it, really, even if you don't believe in anything.
Everyone needs a faith, don't they?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. So there's probably a lot in that.
The fact that you, feel there's a certain level of danger about going to synagogue or...
I'm not a fearful person, I don't care.
Well, yeah, well, that's a noble thing, and the only real approach to make. But the point I wanted to ask is, if that threat exists, that's a very big sign that civil society has broken down.